So we're going through the built-in accessibility settings for Fire TV Stick. First, I wanted to go over the remote and all the buttons that it has on it. On the top left corner, there is the power on and off. Right in the center below that is it's actually the voice key. So it activates Alexa so that you can give commands through the remote. There is a circle pad with a button in the middle. This controls up, down, right, left, and then OK is in the middle. On the first row underneath the circle pad, there's what they call the back button. The middle button is the home button, and the right button, we call it the hamburger menu, but it's actually in Alexa, it's called the menu button. Second row down is the rewind. Middle button is play stop, and on the right is fast forward. Right below that, you have a toggle button that goes up and down. The top of the toggle button is volume up. The bottom of the toggle button is volume down. Right below that, there's a single button, and that is the mute button. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at is voice view. To turn voice view on, and you can do this while you're setting up Fire TV, you have to hit the menu button and the back button at the same time.
Voice view ready. Home 2 of 7.
When you hold it down, it turns on.
Use left and right to move between items.
It will give you instructions on what to do. You use the circle buttons to move left to right and up and down.
Movies. 4 of TV shows. 5 apps. 6 of settings.
We're going to go into settings.
1. Network. Display and application.
We're going to go over to accessibility.
Alexa. Preferences. My accessibility. 10 of 12.
Push the middle button for OK.
Accessibility. Closed cap voice view.
When we go down to voice view, I'm going to hit the OK button.
Voice view screen reader.
There's a few options you have.
1 of 7. Reading speed.
You can change the reading speed.
Normal. 2 of 7. Speech
you can change the speech
volume.
volume.
Sounds
You can change the sounds volume.
Device volume. Key echo. Words.
You can change what you want the voice to echo, either characters, words,
characters and words,
or both.
Not checked. 4 of 4.
Hit the back button to get back to this screen. Punctuation level. You can choose what punctuation you want spoken.
Voice view screen. Voice view tutorial.
The voice view tutorial you can get in at any time, and it will give you a full tutorial on how to use speech.
The voice view screen reader.
If I hit the home button on the remote, it will take us back to the home screen. Now we can also, if I hit the down button, we can start getting into some of the apps. So if we go into Netflix and we activate,
on the browse screen, in the spot.
Now we can move up and down or left to right
75 titles in this row
to be able to find what you want to find.
2. Conversation in the trending now row. 75 in the trending
and then go back to
row.
home.
70 home 2 of 7.
So if you wanted to use the dictation button on the remote, you press and hold down, and then we can ask it to actually do what we call direct play, which is play something directly onto the app that we know it's on. So, play Last Kingdom on Netflix.
Getting The Last Kingdom from Netflix. Playing. 57.
Now we can also ask, stop.
Paused. 56. Paused.
Now I can ask it,
33 seconds remaining.
Go home.
Home 2 of 7.
Okay. Now if we didn't know,
left and right to move between items.
If we didn't know what program played on what app, we could just ask it to play a program and it will give us options. Play Dawson's Creek.
I can play that on Prime Video or Hulu. Which would you like?
Prime Video.
Getting Dawson's Creek from Prime Video.
Now, if you noticed, it made me push the button again to say Prime Video. Go back home.
Home 207.
If you don't have your remote or you want to use your smart speaker, you can use the Echo or Dot to control programming as well. And you can also do direct play. Computer, play The Last Kingdom on Netflix.
Getting The Last Kingdom from Netflix.
Computer, stop. Computer, go home. Now, to get the two to pair up, you have to go into your Alexa app and go into TV and video and pair up the two. So that is something you have to do on one of your smart devices. Okay, so we can also play a program without using direct play. Computer, play Dawson's Creek.
I can play that on Prime Video or Hulu. Which would you like?
Prime Video.
Getting Dawson's Creek from Prime Video.
Computer, go home. You can also use the Alexa button on your remote to do certain things that you can do on your smart speaker. For example, what's the weather?
Right now in Morrison, it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly...
But there are certain things that are limited when you're using the TV, the Fire Stick TV. Set an alarm for 5:30 p.m.
Alarms are not currently supported on this device.
So the last thing we're going to look at is the screen magnifier. There's a shortcut way to do it on your remote. You press the back button and the fast forward button at the same time, about the same length as you do if you want to turn on the voice view. That will turn on your screen magnifier, and it will also show you the list. So if you want to move around the screen, you have to push the menu button with some combination of button to do things. So for instance, if I wanted to increase the magnification, I would push the menu button and the fast forward button, and that increases magnification. If you notice up in the top right corner, you can see the square and see where you're at on the screen. To decrease magnification, you hit the menu button and rewind. To move around the screen, we're going to make it the magnification a little higher. And to move around the screen or pan around the screen, you want to hit the menu button and either right to move right or left to move left, down or up. Thank you for watching our tutorial on accessibility features built in to the Fire TV Stick for people who are visually impaired or blind.